There's a place dreams go when you forget them, not gone, just sleeping, beneath vines and dust. Some whisper your name when the night grows still, waiting for you to remember who you were before the world became too loud. They say if you walk deep enough into sleep, you'll find a garden where the lost bloom again. But be careful. Some flowers remember everything, even the things you tried to bury. Welcome back, my dear dreamers. Tonight we step into the quiet, into a garden where the mind keeps what the waking world forgets. Every wilted dream, every abandoned wish, lies here beneath the ivy, still breathing. I'll show you what happens when forgotten dreams bloom again, not as what they once were, but as what you're finally ready to understand. Every forgotten dream begins with a gate. Sometimes it's a creak in the mind, a scent that stirs an old ache, or a name that drifts through the wind and refuses to leave. The garden waits behind it, tangled and overgrown, where time has slowed and memory sleeps beneath moss and moonlight. You step through, not knowing why, only that something familiar calls your name. The vines part like they remember you. The air hums faintly with your past self. The one who once believed, the one who once hoped. And there, hidden between shadow and bloom, lie pieces of your own story. Small, luminous fragments buried by fear, watered by time. To walk here is to remember, not with your mind, but with your heart. Because even the dreams you abandoned never truly left you. They've been waiting, patient, breathing, blooming, for the gate to open once more. Beneath the ivy, the forgotten begin to breathe again. You can almost hear it, the heartbeat of what once mattered. Faint but steady, like roots whispering through soil. Dreams are strange things. They don't die. They only sleep beneath layers of neglect, waiting for warmth, for memory, for courage to return. You kneel, brush the vines aside, and there, a glimpse of something you once loved, fragile as morning light. It shivers in recognition, unsure if it's allowed to bloom again. The mind is kind, even when it forgets. It hides what you weren't ready to face, the feelings that needed darkness to change. But the soil of the unconscious never lets go. It remembers every root, every seed you've ever planted. And when the ivy parts, what returns is not the past, but the seed of who you could still become, tender, luminous, and finally ready to grow in the open air. The soil remembers everything, every tear that fell, every step you took, every seed you thought would never bloom. It keeps them all, patient as time itself. You think you've moved on, but the ground beneath you still hums with what you left behind. Even silence is full of echoes, of laughter, of regret, of all the versions of you that once stood in this very light. When you listen closely, you can hear them, whispers carried through the roots, not haunting, just waiting to be acknowledged. Dreams grow in the same way. They draw their strength from everything forgotten, feeding on the compost of memory. The mind buries pain like seeds, not to hide it, but to let it change. And if you stay long enough, you'll realize the garden isn't haunted. It's alive with your becoming. Every dream carries a seed, something small, silent, but alive. You may not see it, but it waits beneath years of silence, wrapped in darkness for safekeeping. When the lantern appears, it doesn't burn away the shadows. It listens to them, gently, patiently, until they unfold and reveal what they were guarding all along. The light doesn't judge. It touches everything, even the broken places, and in that warmth, something begins to move. Roots shift. The seed cracks. A faint glow escapes, soft as breath. This is how healing begins, not as a blaze of revelation, but as a tender light blooming through the soil of what you once buried. And when you hold that lantern close, you'll see. You were never lost in the dark. You were the light, learning how to grow. There's always a gate, sometimes whole, sometimes shattered, but always waiting. You've walked through countless dreamlands to reach this one, carrying every fragment of who you've been, every symbol that whispered your name. Now the broken gate stands before you. Its surface gleams with memories, faces, lights, echoes of every step you've taken through the garden of your own mind. The moment you touch it, the gate trembles, not in ruin, but in awakening. Through its cracks, the dream flows back into you. The lantern's warmth, the serpent's wisdom, the masks you wore and shed. The garden dissolves into mist, and you realize it was never a place at all. It was you. To return through the broken gate is not to wake, but to become whole. The dreamer and the dream are one again, and somewhere, deep in the quiet light, a new gate waits, unbroken, unseen, whispering your name once more. You've returned, not to where you began, but to what you truly are. The garden, the light, the fragments, the faces, all were mirrors of your own becoming. Every dream leads here, to the quiet space between thought and dawn. So when you wake, don't rush away from what you've seen. Let it linger. Let it breathe through you. Because somewhere behind your eyes, the dream still lives, waiting for the next time you dare to wander back. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep exploring the hidden meanings of your dreams.